Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another top 5 favourite products from my makeup collection. Today I am going to be doing my top 5 face powders. So these include loose setting powders and also compact setting powders that are literally just to set foundation, not like contouring powders and bronzers and stuff like that. So I think I'm just going to quit all of my gibberish and just get straight into the products. So I have a couple of loose powders and also 3 compact powders. I think I'll do the compact powders first. The one that you've probably seen me use consistently through my entire time on YouTube is my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. This one is in the shade Light Plus, and as you can see I have hit pan quite remarkably on this, and this is a really good product. I like applying this on days with a sort of kabuki brush where I just apply like a tinted moisturizer and then I just buff the powder to get a little bit more coverage. I really want to try the Studio Fix powders as well because I've heard so many good things about them, but I do really like this powder to set my foundation. I wouldn't necessarily say it keeps my skin matte, but it just gives my skin a really nice coverage and it wears really well on the skin as well. It doesn't look cakey and it doesn't look really powdery on the skin, and it works really well with the different products that I use. Another product is the Maybelline Matte Maker Mattifying Powder. I definitely find that when I use this face powder to set my foundation lasts a lot longer. Now, if you are new to my channel, hello, please subscribe if you haven't already. But basically, I have very oily skin. It is going more combination, probably because of winter, so I've been getting a bit drier here. But I find that my T-zone is always very oily. When using this powder, the foundation just looks flawless for so much longer than what it normally does, and it does keep my skin more on the matte, natural, dewy side rather than full on oil slick. So it really helps control the oil, I find personally. But obviously over time and over hours the oil will start to come through, but I just find that that powder makes it look really natural and just looks like natural skin rather than, you know, an oil spillage or something on my face. The next is the Avon Anew Soft Beige Compact Powder. Now, I believe this is targeted more towards mature women with filling in lines and wrinkles and stuff like that. I really like this powder. My mum gave it to me because she no longer used it, and I have been using it, and again I find that this makes my foundation last longer. I like to use this again to set a tinted moisturizer on those days where I don't want to wear a lot of makeup, and I just find that it applies enough coverage without it looking cakey and heavy on my skin. It is very pink toned, this shade, Soft Beige, which can make my skin sometimes look a bit pink, but with bronzer and blush it can sort of make it look a lot more natural. But I definitely find that this also helps with my oily skin. It's a really good powder if you do have oily skin and, you know, like large pores and fine lines, because it does help blur them. I really find it really blurs my pores. I have a lot of large pores, as you can probably tell from watching tutorials of mine. I have very large pores on my skin, and I do find that that gives coverage to them and it sort of fills them in a lot more. I feel like I'm getting through these really quickly today. The next two are both from Laura Mercier. I'll start with the brightening one. It's the Secret Brightening Powder. This is in the shade number 1. I believe they discontinued the shade number 2. So this is just the shade. It's basically a pure white powder, you can see, which has sort of light reflecting particles in it as well. I love to set my under eye concealer with this, or a highlighting concealer. I just find that it really brightens my skin without making me look really ghostly. It just gives you that really intense highlighted look, which I love on certain occasions when I'm doing full out glam, whereas other occasions I love using the loose setting powder in the shade Translucent. This is more skin toned, as you can see. I also love setting my concealer and baking my concealer with these two products. I find like I use this one today and my skin just has a sort of natural highlighted look without being too intense like the Secret Brightening Powder can be. I just find this powder is a really, really good product. I just really enjoy it, and I like setting my entire foundation with this powder as well. I just knock some into the lid, get it on a powder brush and really sort of tap the product into the brush, and then just sort of buff it gently on my skin, and it sets my makeup perfectly. Again, I find that this blurs my pores and fills in those sort of areas. When I have products that I feel blur my pores and stuff, I just need to make sure that I really exfoliate my skin when I take the makeup off, because I feel like they've been filling in the pores. I need to get that product out, if that makes sense. But yeah, I love all these products. They don't make my skin break out. They, if anything, like the sort of mineralized base ones, help my skin be a lot more clear. They set makeup perfectly, and they are my all-time favorites face setting powders in my personal makeup collection. What powders do you really like for setting your foundation? And especially if you've got oily skin, please let me know in the comments below. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my videos, especially this one. Please subscribe and like this video if you haven't already, and I will talk to you all very soon.